it's troubling to me that I've never actually heard a celebrity talk about this and say, "Hey, it's pretty weird that you are idolizing us."
Yeah, this is the right place.
Today we are filming in an actual movie set. Actually, what's his name? Ridley Scott built this for, I believe, Exodus. I might be wrong on that, but I know it's been used for other productions since. Um, we are not talking about film. That's not why we are here. We're actually talking about fame and fortune. There are lots of things in our society that are hard to ignore. Human behaviors and other aspects of our existence that we just can't look away from, or we shouldn't look away from. Positive and negative. On the positive side, I think it's amazing that so many people are able to come together to try to combat climate change. And on the negative side, right now in the US, this is something that a lot of local governments are trying to do, and it is to take away women's reproductive rights. And I think that's just disgusting, obviously. But something that I have found interesting for quite a long time is this admiration that people have for celebrities. Now, this is something that's quite ubiquitous. You don't have to go very far to find it. You can see it in videos, on TV, and if you happen to be in Hollywood or New York, probably, where you see celebrities a lot. As soon as somebody spots a celebrity, they lose their shit and somebody screams, and I, I don't understand it. I can't understand how human beings can lower themselves so much to a point where they see it appropriate to worship another human being. Um, if if we know that equality is something important, then we should also be able to recognize that we are fucking with the balance of things when we do this. Another human being shouldn't be perceived as something greater than just a human being. They're just animals that happen to have certain abilities that make us different, but we are human beings and we should all be on the same scale, right? There are obviously some negative repercussions that come from this. When we start to put people on a pedestal, we can also aspire to be like them. This can put some pressure on us if we come to want to be like them. And they're the type of expectations that are very, very hard to achieve, and everyone knows this. We already do put pressures on ourselves that are unnecessary. Any pressure that goes beyond just staying alive and finding peace is unnecessary. And I think that's pretty easy to understand. Beyond just putting those pressures on ourselves that are related to achievement, there is the issue that affects a lot of young people. I know the focus is mostly put on young girls, but really nobody's safe from this, where our insecurities could be fueled by watching these people that seem to be perfect. And this is all part of publicity, this is their job. Their job is to look good so it can be easy to sell them, right? And it's troubling to me that I've never actually heard a celebrity talk about this and say, "Hey, it's pretty weird that you are idolizing us," But I understand it. If people were not worshiping them, then their value would drop, and this is how they make a living. They make a good living, so it shouldn't be a big concern. But I guess I understand it. While there are obviously some negative aspects to this, or negative repercussions that come from this idolizing of other human beings, I don't want to focus on that. there are two things that I want to talk about today. I want to talk about why so many people aspire to be a celebrity or famous or to just have fame or power in this level. And I want to talk about why we idolize celebrities. Now, we might not get to the latter, but I definitely will talk about the first one. It's understandable why people would want to achieve this type of power, to gain this type of power. Now, life is tough as it is. Survival has always been a challenge for humans and for other creatures. You know that unless you have connections and you have resources like money, you're going to face an uphill battle, and there is absolutely no guarantee that you will have success. That changes when you are a celebrity. You can relax a little bit because you know that it's kind of like that Midas touch. Whatever you touch turns to gold because you've got this name that, some people have worked hard for, others not so much, but it's understandable why this is appealing. I wrote a memoir detailing my experience with illegal immigration and how illegal immigration touched my life. When I started the project, I had absolutely no expectations for the book. I knew that if I had any expectations, then there was a great chance that I would be disappointed. The less expectations you have, the less of a chance you will be disappointed. That's straightforward. While I would have liked to have thought about people who may have been interested in reading my story, I knew that, I am just some nobody writing a book. And that sounds harsh, but it's always good to keep your feet on the ground and to be able to appreciate your reality so that you don't find yourself being disappointed or just not being able to understand situations. On the other hand, celebrities are asked to write books all the time. They're just handed a book deal because of their celebrity status. This is very straightforward. Publishers understand the value of celebrity. They know that as soon as fans see a name on the cover, they're going to be like, oh my God, I know this person. I'm going to buy the book. And then it's that easy. And then it's profitable, right? And celebrities don't even have to write their books. They can just have some ghostwriter following them around and then boom, paycheck, right?